Hollywood is a place where dreams come true, and sometimes where dreams end far too soon. Behind the flashing lights, the red carpets, and the fame, there are stories filled with heartbreak, mystery, and loss. Today, we look back at the lives of 17 unforgettable stars, actors and actresses who captured the world's imagination, only to leave us far too early. Their talents, their beauty, their promise, all frozen in time. Some were taken by accidents, others by illness, and a few under circumstances that still raise questions to this day. Each one left behind a legacy that continues to inspire and haunt us. This is not just a story about fame. It's a story about life, about dreams, and about how fragile it all really is. Let's journey back in time and remember the stars who shined the brightest, even as their time with us was all too short. Number 1. Bobby Driscoll. Bobby Driscoll was once the golden child of Hollywood. With his innocent smile and bright eyes, he became the voice of Disney's Peter Pan and starred in classics like Treasure Island. Fame came early, but it didn't last. As he grew older, Bobby found it hard to transition from child star to adult actor. The offers stopped coming, and he struggled with addiction and loneliness. By the time he turned 30, Hollywood had all but forgotten him. In 1968, Bobby's body was found in an abandoned building in New York City. He had died alone, with no identification, and was buried in an unmarked grave. His tragic end was only discovered years later, long after the world had moved on. Bobby Driscoll's story is a haunting reminder of how quickly fame can fade, leaving behind only memories of a boy who never truly grew up. Number 2. James Dean. James Dean became a legend with only 3 major films to his name. His brooding looks and rebellious spirit captured the heart of a generation longing for something real. Off-screen, Dean lived fast, loving fast cars and the thrill of racing. On September 30th, 1955, while speeding toward a race in his Porsche, he collided with another car and died almost instantly. He was just 24 years old. His death shocked the world, but it also cemented his status as a timeless icon. James Dean remains forever young, a symbol of unrealized potential, a life lived like a spark that burned too brightly to last. Number 3. Natalie. Natalie Wood charmed audiences from the time she was a child, starring in classics like Miracle on 34th Street. She matured into a leading lady with roles in West Side Story and Splendor in the Grass, but behind her glamorous image, Natalie battled deep fears, especially of water. In 1981, during a weekend yacht trip with her husband Robert Wagner and a few friends, Natalie disappeared overboard and drowned. She was only 43. The circumstances around her death remain suspicious even today. Natalie Wood's life, filled with beauty, talent, and mystery, ended in the very waters she feared the most. Number 4. Sal Mineo was known for his emotional performance as Plato in Rebel Without a Cause, a role that earned him an Academy Award nomination. In real life, Sal faced challenges breaking out of teenage roles and struggled with the pressures of being openly gay in an unforgiving Hollywood. On February 12, 1976, just as his career was making a comeback, Sal was attacked outside his Los Angeles apartment and stabbed to death during an apparent robbery. He was only 37 years old. His death shocked his fans and left Hollywood mourning the loss of a vibrant talent silenced too soon. Number 5. Jean Harlow. Jean Harlow was the original blonde bombshell, lighting up the screen with her playful smile and sharp wit. She became one of the biggest stars of the 1930s, but behind the glamour, Jean suffered from health problems. In 1937, while filming Saratoga, she collapsed on set and never recovered. It was later revealed she was suffering from kidney failure, a condition poorly understood at the time. Jean died at just 26 years old. Her passing left an entire industry in shock, and her legend only grew after her death. Jean Harlow remains a symbol of early Hollywood's glittering, tragic charm. Number 6. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, the ultimate symbol of beauty and vulnerability, lived a life of contrasts. Behind the dazzling smile was a woman struggling with loneliness, depression, and the pressure of fame. She was adored by millions, yet she often felt deeply alone. In 1962, Marilyn was found dead at her Los Angeles home from an apparent overdose. She was just 36 years old. Rumors and conspiracy theories still swirl around her death, but one truth remains. Marilyn Monroe left behind a timeless legacy, her life a bittersweet reminder of the cost of being a legend. Number 7. Jane Mansfield. Jane Mansfield was more than a blonde bombshell. She was a smart, witty, and ambitious actress who knew how to command attention. She became one of the biggest sex symbols of the 1950s, but her life came to a violent end on June 29, 1967, when her car collided with a tractor trailer. Jane, along with 2 others, died instantly. She was only 34. Her death led to changes in truck safety regulations across America. Today, Jane Mansfield is remembered not only for her beauty and spirit, but also for the tragedy that cut her life so cruelly short. Number 8. Judy Garland. Judy Garland was only 16 when she captured the world's heart as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. But behind the scenes, she faced unimaginable pressure from studios, battling addiction and personal demons from a young age. Despite her struggles, Judy continued to enchant audiences with her powerful voice and heartbreaking performances. In 1969, at just 47 years old, she died from an overdose. Her life was a complex mixture of incredible talent and deep pain. Judy Garland's story remains one of the most poignant in Hollywood history, a brilliant star who paid a heavy price for her light. Number 9. Carole Lombard. Carole Lombard was Hollywood's queen of screwball comedy, known for her sharp wit and magnetic charm. She married Clark Gable, and together they were the golden couple of the silver screen. During World War II, Carole traveled tirelessly selling war bonds for the U.S. effort. On her flight home from one of these tours, her plane crashed into a mountain in Nevada. She died instantly at just 33 years old. Her death devastated Gable and the entire film community. Carole Lombard remains an enduring symbol of courage, laughter, and heartbreaking loss. Number 10. Robert Walker. Robert Walker's career burned brightly but briefly. He is best remembered for his chilling performance in Alfred Hitchcock's Strangers on a Train, yet behind his success he struggled with mental health issues and alcoholism, especially after a painful divorce from actress Jennifer Jones. In 1951, after being sedated by his psychiatrist, Robert suffered a fatal reaction and died suddenly at just 32 years old. His death robbed Hollywood of a gifted actor whose potential was just beginning to shine through. Number 11. Rudolph Valentino. Rudolph Valentino was the original matinee idol, sending millions of women swooning with his silent film performances. He defined romance and exotic charm for an entire generation. In 1926, Valentino fell ill and was diagnosed with multiple health issues. He died suddenly from peritonitis at the age of 31. His funeral caused mass hysteria, with thousands crowding the streets to say goodbye. Valentino's early death solidified his place as a legend, forever young and mysterious, the first great star to be lost too soon. Number 12. Russ Columbo. Russ Columbo was a talented singer, actor, and violinist, often compared to Bing Crosby. With a warm voice and boyish good looks, his star was rising fast, but in 1934, during a visit with a friend, a tragic accident with an antique gun ended his life at just 26 years old. His death stunned fans and cut short a career that was just beginning to blossom. Russ Columbo remains a poignant reminder of how quickly a bright future can disappear. Number 13. Renée Adorée. Renée Adorée enchanted audiences with her graceful performances in silent film classics like The Big Parade. Her delicate beauty and emotional depth made her a beloved star. Tragically, Renée was diagnosed with tuberculosis, a deadly disease with no real cure at the time. After years of fighting, she passed away in 1933 at the age of 35. Her brief but brilliant career continues to shine, a lasting reminder of the golden age of silent cinema. Number 14. Leslie Howard. Leslie Howard, best known as Ashley Wilkes. In Gone with the Wind, was more than just an actor. During World War II, he became involved in anti-Nazi propaganda efforts. In 1943, while flying from Portugal to England, his civilian plane was shot down by German fighters. He was killed instantly at the age of 50. His death was mourned not just by movie fans, but by a world at war. Leslie Howard remains a symbol of bravery, intellect, and the power of art during troubled times. Number 15. Dorothy Dell. Dorothy Dell had just begun her journey towards stardom when tragedy struck. With her natural beauty and genuine charm, she quickly caught the attention of audiences and studios alike. But in 1934, at just 19 years old, Dorothy was killed in a devastating car accident. Her short career left behind only a handful of performances, but her potential was undeniable. Dorothy Dell's story is a heartbreaking reminder of how fleeting dreams can be. Number 16. Adrienne Ames. Adrienne Ames was the picture of grace and elegance during the 1930s. She appeared in dozens of films and was admired for her style as much as her acting. In the 1940s, she transitioned to radio work, continuing to charm audiences. However, cancer struck her down, and she passed away in 1947 at the age of 39. Though her life was short, Adrienne Ames left behind a legacy of beauty, poise, and strength. Number 17. Thelma Todd. Thelma Todd was a bright, talented comedian who brought laughter to Depression-era audiences. She ran her own popular cafe and continued to enjoy success in films. But in 1935, Thelma was found dead in her car, parked in a garage near her business. The official cause was carbon monoxide poisoning, but rumors of foul play have never faded. She was only 29. Thelma Todd's life ended in mystery, but her joyful spirit continues to shine through her work.